What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Listen, we here, okay? The beginning of our new live stream journey, all right? For Just Chatting and IRLs, okay? I am your boy, LA Styles, aka the LA Styles, also known as Anderson. You can call me Anderson. Anderson 100. Because over here, we try our best to keep it 100. Okay? This is Father's Day. Right now, we are streaming on Twitch. I believe we're streaming on YouTube as well. Right? And we should be also streaming on Kick. Right? So whatever is your preferred platform, then hey, feel free. Okay? Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, and we gonna keep it 100. And I know y'all don't want to hear it. Some of you don't want to hear it. And we're gonna try to keep it PG. Okay? I'm gonna try to keep everything clean. So whenever y'all get y'all clips or whatever's going on, you can be sure that you can post it wherever you want to post it. For the most part, it should be clean. I'm gonna try. That's all I could do is try. Okay? I'm moving some stuff around. You see the old lady's glam room back there. I'm in the sitting room currently. That's why you see like bar stools right there, whatever the case is. Part of a end table that I think she changing out. Whatever she be doing, she just be doing stuff, man. Okay? I just live here. Okay? But happy Father's Day. Okay? Happy Father's Day to all the fathers that are present, right? That are teaching, okay? Their kids, that is. They're present and teaching. And all the fathers that are aware that they are decent to good fathers. We try to aim to be good fathers. We want to be great fathers. A lot of us, there's a struggle, right? I'll admit that a lot of us is a struggle from being a bad, I ain't gonna say a bad parent, but to a decent to good parent. But we always aim, at least the good of us there is out there, to be great fathers. Now what I'm doing in a minute, I am going to go over to, I'm gonna open up Twitch so I can see the comments, because the app currently doesn't allow me to see the comments if I'm using the RTMP, which I am using one channel for Kick, because Kick is not supported in this app, right? And depending on how this app goes, when I watch it back, whatever the case, I will let you guys know what app it is. I'm on the iPhone, shooting on the iPhone right now. It is mid-afternoon, so it's 4:38, so sun is still out, right? I'm in what you would say is a well-lit room. I got 2 windows over here, and there's 2 more windows back there, along with windows in the other rooms around me, or whatever the case is. So you see, if I go forward, that's the window right above me. Okay. But if it seems very well, which I hope it is, I will let you guys know what the app is, and you can stream to multiple platforms at one time with this app. So again, in a minute, I'm gonna open up Twitch app on my iPad and see the comments. I can't see the comments in here currently. But if I didn't use RTMP for anything, from what it says, I should be able to see the comments from everything. Okay, so Kick right now. Kick, I need you to get on board when I bring this up. Okay, I need you to get your connection as part of this without me using the RTMP, so I can see all the chats in the app from my phone. But so shout out to all the good fathers. Shout out to all the great fathers first and foremost. Behind them, not too far behind, shout out to all the good fathers, and then all the fathers after that, probably decent, that's trying to be more present and more hands-on with their kids. After that, there is no Happy Father's Day for y'all. Okay, I ain't gonna even hold you. There is no Happy Father's Day if you anything less than that. I'm gonna keep it real. But Happy Father's Day to everyone that is decent to good and especially great. Okay. Women, I need you to celebrate the good fathers that's around you. Your father, I need you to celebrate that. Your kid's father, I don't necessarily need you to celebrate your kid's father because that's not your father. But I do need you to help the kids celebrate their father. Okay? And I'm saying that because maybe they don't have any finances. I don't know how old y'all is out here. I'm saying maybe your kid is too young to have finances of their own or whatever the case is, or they can't cook or whatever the case is. So help them put together something for their father, please. Okay? I need y'all to celebrate them, women. That's because normally y'all celebrate suckers. Okay? And y'all continue to celebrate suckers. So we got to bring sucker awareness, okay, in here. Sucker awareness. This is Sucker Awareness Month. Okay? Sucker Awareness Month is here. W's in the chat for good fathers, great fathers, fathers that's present. Fathers that's hands-on to some degree. And again, everybody's circumstances is going to be different. Right? By present meaning, you don't necessarily have to be in the household, but do you go get your kids weekly? You know what I'm saying? Do you spend time with them bi-weekly, consistently? You teach them things, teach them how to fish, teach them world scenarios. Okay, if this happened, what do you do, son? If this happened, what do you do, daughter? If this happened, what do you... Okay, cool, listen. This is what I learned. When this happened to me, this is what I did. Epic fail. Then I had to pivot, do it this way. Been winning since, okay? So we need to, let me make sure, do I need to zoom in? Hold on, let me open up the chat. Let me open up the chat. I'm hoping that this is framed nice. I feel like I should zoom in. You know what I'm saying? Should I bring the camera closer? Because I could, hold on. Hold on. I bring the camera closer, chat. Now I do got 10 lines like a mother sucker. You know what I'm saying? You wearing different hats. You know what I'm saying? I'm a mail carrier, so I'll be out here in the sun. I've been off for like the past month though for injury. God dang, I gotta sign in. I don't know. If my login is saved on the iPad. Hold on. Oh no, we should be good. It's gonna send this to the what you call it, ain't it? Let's go back. Give one second, chat. Hold on. We gonna get back on these suckers out here. Hold on. Don't exist? Did I change? Hold on. Did I change? Wow, I don't know. Oh no. We're gonna leave it like that, chat. I can't see the chat right now, y'all. God dang. I can't see the chat right now. My apologies. I'm gonna work on that after this. Again, this is our first live, so there will be some hiccups, and we're gonna get that situated. Okay, we're gonna get that situated. So I'll have that set up by the next live. Right. I'm gonna try to do it daily. Right. It might not always be in the daytime, so you know what I'm saying. Might not be this bright. Might not be this crispy. Well, it should be this crispy, but you know what I'm saying. Might not be this clean as far as the lighting goes. But I will get the iPad set up after this and then going forward, because I'm going to try to do these daily. We're going to try to talk daily, okay? And we're going to put a lot of suckiness out here. We're going to put a lot of good energy out there, a lot of laugh, jokes, some bars, and we also going to put some negativity out there because we have to counter a lot of people getting away with sucker activity, okay? And it might have to be talked about. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry. Okay. So, is that on the glasses? On this light from the other side. I'm like, why does it look like? Okay, whatever. These are transitions, so if they get tinted or whatever the case is, it'd be different. But yeah, so there's some suckers out there, right? I was born to what became a sucker. Okay, wasn't there, wasn't present, whatever the case is. I've never been a big person into celebrating Father's Day prior to me having. Well, I'm not gonna say prior to me having a son myself, because I technically didn't celebrate Father's Day even after I had a kid. Technically, you know what I'm saying, the day is celebrated for me. But so I don't really know what it is to celebrate Father's Day per se, all right? Because my dad wasn't present at all. So big shout out. So I am biased to suckers. Okay, I am biased. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm biased. But what we gonna keep doing? What we gonna keep doing? Shout out, chat. What we gonna keep doing? Again, is celebrating Sucker Awareness Month for dads. Okay, on Father's Day, Sucker Awareness Month. So women, celebrate your fathers. That's there. That's teaching you what's there. The daughters, celebrate your fathers who there, present, and letting you know what it is really about dudes, so you don't get caught up in the bogus system of being multi-time baby mamas per se, or whatever the case, with nothing to show for it to a degree. Hopefully. Now sometimes we do slip and we do falter, and that's not on the job of our parents, because sometimes we just turn out to like what we like or want to be renegades and want to do whatever it is that we want to do, and we don't make the best of choices, right? But if your parents told you better and you just chose not to do better, that's on you, not on them, right? But we do want to celebrate the attempt, right? They still attempted. There's a lot of people out here that's not even getting the good attempt from their parents because their parents is absent, one or the other. Hopefully it's not both, but one or the other. On this specific occasion, we're talking about men. Suckers out here, okay? I do got a term for them, but I'm trying to keep it PG and clean and not use the term, okay? So happy Father's Day to everyone that's trying to, for all the fathers trying to, at least decent to good, and especially great. And the ones that's decent to good on their way to greatness, because hopefully we all on our way to greatness. But there's no love for the ones with the forgotten kids, and that's completely absent and not there physically. You got someone that's not there physically and they not there financially. Now, financially should be the very least, but technically it still shouldn't be the very least, because you still should be seeing your kids. I don't know, nobody that's willing to pay child support but still never see the kid. Again, I got a term for that, but I can't say it 'cause I'm trying to keep it clean, so I'm gonna have to come up with a different way to say it. So no love for them. Women, y'all keep showing suckers too much love. Y'all should, if you have a sucker for a baby daddy or a sucker for a man right now, and he don't do for his kids, you shouldn't even be celebrating Father's Day. You shouldn't give the kids nothing. Dang, I don't even want to say that, because the kids, some kids don't know no better, especially they real young, so they don't know that their dad is a sucker. He could be in-house, right? But don't pay for nothing, don't do nothing, not trying to do nothing. He not progressing the household, right? But to them, since they don't know the responsibilities of manhood and relationships, they probably still think he doing this job. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say you want to put that on the little kids like that. That's kind of tough. That's kind of tough, chat. It's kind of how do you celebrate or not celebrate a deadbeat dad that's still in the household though? Because from the woman, you shouldn't do nothing for them, right? But again, if the kids are little kids, I'm seeing a lot of stuff going outside this window. A lot of people on their bikes and all type of stuff right now. I'm not gonna say you want to taint the kids that early against they dad though. Like, you don't want that influence. You kind of want them to be old enough to be aware that dad don't do nothing or dad's not contributing type of, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to influence the kids in a negative way if they're that young, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like maybe anything between 0 and 10, right? I don't want you to encourage that, right? Now the ones that's old enough to know better, I'm not helping y'all. You're a woman, I'm not helping y'all about nothing. No cars, no flowers. I don't care what you be looking forward to. No nothing. Shoes, whatever the case. You're a deadbeat. Why would you need a new pair of shoes? Is it to help get a job or something? Like I'm not understanding why you need a new pair of shoes unless they dress shoes. Why you need new clothes unless it's a tux. I mean not a tux, but a suit to go do a job interview. You don't need nothing. You're a deadbeat. You don't need nothing. Right? Bus tickets, gas, fare, you know what I'm saying? To get the interviews, to get back and forth with that, you know what I'm saying? Until you out of that stage, you shouldn't be really getting anything to celebrate. Hey, listen, man. I'm just trying to keep it 100, man. I'm Anderson 100, man. This is what it is, man. Like I say, women, we need you to celebrate your fathers, right? We need you to celebrate your fathers that's there. Gentlemen, boys, young men, we need you to celebrate your fathers that's there, that's decent to good on their way to greatness, okay? There's a reason why I'm saying that is a lot of us, if not all of us, is on our way to greatness in parenthood. Hopefully that's the goal. But it's not easy being a parent, and that's not a handbook to being a parent, let alone a good parent per se, or what's the defining traits of a great parent. Okay? But we see things and we move a certain way, and we fall sometimes in parenting, and you live and learn, you know what I'm saying? And then you trying to create a balance of how much do I work versus stay at home. But the less I work, then the more money I have to give the kids who I want to give a lot of better opportunities to that cost money. Okay? So then if you really trying to be there and trying to give your kids the most, it seems like unless you get like a ridiculously high paying job, you sacrifice time for money. Right? And I don't want people to mistake that maybe your parent, whether father or mother at this point in time, you know what I'm saying, and both in either one of this, in this scenario, is not trying to be there for you. They're just trying to be there for the best way that they know how, or the best way they can afford to at that point in time. My mom worked 2 to 3 jobs in a single parent household, right? My mom had 4 kids, right? And not the best father figure around at all. And then at a point in time, there was no father figure around, right? But she got kids to take care of. She got mouths to feed. She got a roof to put over your head. It costs money, right? Rent not free. Gas and lights not free. So I didn't see my mom a ton, like in middle school, high school, elementary school, middle school, high school. Obviously, I seen her a ton, because she worked 2 to 3 jobs majority of that time, okay? But she always made sure we had clothes on our back, we had video games to play, we had did I say food to eat, we had a roof over our head, we had a bed, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, the necessities we had, and then some of our wants we had, you know what I'm saying? So all of our needs we had, and some of the wants we had. Right, but to take care of that, she had to sacrifice time with us so she can work more. Cause what can you do? So in that, I got my work ethic from my mom. Shout out to my mom for Father's Day. Okay, for those of you who only came up with moms, and moms did a great job and did the best she can or the best she could with what she had and what she knew. Shout out moms in the chat. W moms in the chat for Father's Day who were single parents. Okay. Shout out single parent moms who actually on their job though. I'm not shouting out the ones that ain't on their job. Shout out to single parent moms that's on their jobs, chat. Shout out single parent fathers, because there is some out there. Shout out single parent fathers who doing their thing. Shout out Dubs, single parent fathers in the chat. Okay? So we're going to dub single parent fathers that's on their job, dub single parent mothers that's on their job. Okay? And again, for sure, you just got to W fathers that's active learning, teaching their kids, learning. I say learning because, again, when you're a father for the first time, you don't know nothing about having a kid. And when you're raising a kid, you don't know nothing about raising a kid, okay? I tell my son this. Well, I told him this before. He's 15 now, going on 16 next month. I didn't know nothing about being a father until I was a father. When that happened, I didn't know nothing about having a 2-year-old, like terrible twos, until he was 2 years old. I didn't know nothing about having a 5-year-old. Now he going to school, and what the doors that his brain would be opened up to, and all the questions he would start to ask then, until I had a 5-year-old. You get what I'm saying? I didn't have a 10-year-old until I had one. I didn't have a teenager until I had one, with a different set of problems and a different set of questions. And I'm trying to, on the job training, figure out, okay, he asking me this. What's the best way to tell him this, right? I want to convey a message. I could just be direct, blunt, whatever the case, with whatever knowledge is that I have growing up. But is that the best way to tell him? You get what I'm saying? It's the reason why we have the birds and the bees story. You get what I'm saying? You don't just tell him like, "Hey, Dad, what's sex?" He's like, "What?" You don't just tell him, "Yeah, this is this that part. You put that in there, and then," you know what I'm saying? You don't do that. You don't do that. Hopefully. Now, unless you got like a mid to late teens or something, and it just, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is. But hopefully, if they at a way younger age, you give them the birds and the bees story. You know what I'm saying? That's been deemed we might need to update that story, but that's been deemed the go-to story to tell kids if they ask, per se, and you feel like they ready to just hear that type of thing. Not that they ready to have relations, but you know what I'm saying? So there's a way to do things, and we're trying to figure that out. Being a parent is on the job training, okay? Being a mom is not easy, let alone if you're a single parent mom, right? And being a dad is, with what's going on in the world now, especially if you're a minority, Black, Hispanic, Asian, especially Black and Asian, especially Black. There's a lot of turmoil out there, and there's a lot of temptation. There's a lot of different types of systems that's, I'm not gonna say looking for you to fail, but that'll look the other way when you do. You know what I'm saying? That's the person that, hey, he failed, like physically failed, and they be like, I just look the other way because I don't want to help him up. Type of things in our society. Okay, so it's not easy just being a dad. Now again, that's giving nobody no type of leeway at all for just not being a dad. Once you have a kid, you got to be a dad, for better or for worse. Okay. They didn't ask to be here. That's responsibility that you took on yourself when you decided to go lay with whoever you chose to lay with. Now it's time to man up. So I don't get no leeway to them. But I do believe that the dads who dads and doing their best, or at least decent to good, and on their way to their best, on their way to greatness, definitely has to be celebrated. And the moms, and I only throw moms in here because I'm talking about single parent moms. I ain't talking about moms that's in relationships with a dude. About the single parent moms, okay, who you can give them credit for being dad. You know what I'm saying? But to that, happy Father's Day. Women, again, we need you. At the good men, the good to decent men, or decent to good men, let alone the ones on the way to greatness, we feel some type of way that you celebrate suckers. I ain't gonna hold you. I feel some type of way. There's no way dude should be getting a gift. There's no way he should be getting a gift, a card, or anything. I'll give you an example. Short example. Just making some up off the top. If a woman has a man, and let's just say it's 3 kids in the household. So let's say your oldest kid is not your current man's, but the next 2 kids is. But for the most part, your man has been raising the first kid, I'm not going to say like his, but to a degree like his, because the kid is always there. That's no knock. He get a kid advice, this and the other. And he does a lot of this because the kid's dad is not around. If Father Day come and you try to give me and your baby daddy gifts, I have a problem with that. Because there's no way. We promote being a sucker. We promote being a sucker. Right? And this becomes part of the death of the new dudes. Right? Of the dudes that's trying to be good. Why be good? Go out of our way, try to be tentative, try to be thorough, try to be loyal, try to be respectful, spend our hard-earned money to make you happy just so you can wear nice shoes, get nice purses, get nice wigs, whatever it is that you into, whatever the case is. If you gonna give me the same reward that you would give somebody who don't do none of that, it's work being the good dude, trying to be stand up. It's 100. That's how I'm gonna keep it. It's work being the good dude. And if I'm gonna get the same reward as somebody who not on their business, then why do I gotta stand on business? And he don't gotta stand on business. We getting the same reward. I could just fall off then. Forget going to work. I ain't buying you no more bags, no more shoes, no more. I don't got to do none of that. For what? You going to give me whatever the reward is anyway? So there's a divide. There got to be a divide there, man. We can't get treated the same way the suckers get treated. That's just point blank. Suckers shouldn't be getting nothing for Father's Day. You's a sucker. Only thing you did was donate sperm, man. That's all you did was donate sperm. We keeping it real. Shout out Anderson 100. You just donated sperm, bro. That's it. You didn't instill anything else outside of DNA. Somebody else most likely is doing that. Typically in America, there's another dude most likely raising your kid. And you out in the streets probably making more kids. Okay? That dude got to go get celebrated if he's on this job. That dude that's raising your kids, he definitely got to get celebrated. And he should get celebrated more than usual. Right? To me, he got to get celebrated more than usual for instilling goodness into a kid that's not his. I'm just going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it real. You appreciate it. You got to appreciate it. Right? Because he didn't have to take you on. He could have left you where you was. And you could have struggled as you struggle now. Or as you struggled before. And he could have went about his way and got somebody else, and vice versa. But this is Father's Day, so we're talking about good dudes at that. This is Father's Day. Women, y'all day passed. Hopefully, y'all had as many lives as y'all could. And talked about that back then. This is Father's Day / my day. Okay. A lot of people are dads. Not everybody is a father. There's a difference. It might not be in a definition breakdown, and it might not be in writing per se, but there's a difference between the two. And I want to say I appreciate all the good fathers out there that's trying to keep their kids on decent paths, decent to good paths, hopefully good, right? But at the very least, decent, right? Because you can always work your way to good and great. As long as you're decent, you ain't just on the wrong side of the tracks all the time. I hope y'all can hear me too, chat. I'm gonna have to check the volume too. I do have the Highland mics, but I ain't even put it on. But I'm gonna test to see what the volume is straight into the mic of the iPhone. If it's real bad, then of course I'll just going forward we're gonna use the wireless mic. Okay. But shout out to the dads that's present. Let's make sure their kids are on the road to greatness. Okay, I see too many kids still out here stealing cars. It was not the other day. It's been a month. It's been over a month, maybe 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago, something like that. Right now, I'm in a good neighborhood. Right now, bad can travel though. Right, problems travel. Don't necessarily mean that you're in a bad neighborhood because problems travel. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people cause problems around the city, and they not from every neighborhood or live in every neighborhood in the city, right? So we in a good area, nice area. So I don't know if my old lady was in the house or on the porch at the time, But I hear something go doo doo. I'm like, what the hell? That clearly sounds like an accident, right? So I come out the studio, I go upstairs, I come outside. I'm like, what's going on? I step up to the porch. There's a car. Now on my block, there's 4 houses, right? 2 on one corner, and another 2 in the middle of the block, by the alleys. And then it's like just lots on the other side of the alley. So I'm on the porch, and I see kids. There's a car turned sideways, like a little SUV, compact SUV, turned sideways. It's a Hyundai, turned sideways in the middle of the street, right? Probably between me and my neighbors' houses in the middle yard. We got like 1 yard that's not separated by anything. So they like right there. So when I get to the porch, it's maybe like 20, 30 feet away or something like that. So I see kids hop out the car. Like, you like, yo, what's going on? Is this an accident? Right? I hear the old lady saying, hey, stop running. Don't run. Are y'all okay? Right? I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, what's going on? And she's saying, stop running. Are y'all okay? Kids coming out the car. About a good 5, 6 of them. Something like that. Out the driver, out the back, out the passenger. Take off down the street to the corner where a white car pulled up. Open the doors, and all the kids pile up in there. There was already people in there. So they lapped up like crazy. And pull off. These kids had to be no more than 17. But for the most part, some of them looked at for about, maybe I say 15, 16. Right? Somebody was probably 14. Girls and boys. Right? Almost hit the neighbor's car, which I don't know if that was a Cadillac or maybe it was their Range Rover that was right there, something like that. It stopped right at the back of the car. So what ended up happening is they joyriding, speeding. They turn coming off a main street. They turn our corner, and it seems to be lost control, driving too fast when they hit the corner. Went up on the grass. I'm picturing the house right. I'm looking at the house right now, so I'm picturing it while I'm saying. Went up on the grass, missed the tree that's in front of their house, and the car must have turned sideways. And when it turned sideways and was sliding on the grass, the bottom of their car hit the neighbor's stairs, the concrete stairs. So that's the sound that I heard. That I didn't know what it was. It sounded like an accident. Hit the side of their stairs, cracked their stairs, slid on some more of the yard after the stairs. They must have still been on the gas or accelerating. It comes off the grass, back onto the street, hit the curb, boom. And I guess that's just where it stopped at. And then they just got out and ran. But again, not from this neighborhood. Never seen them kids before a day in my life. Come to find out the car stolen. Left the car on in the middle of the street. Police come. They got alcohol all in the car. These are 14, 15, 16-year-olds, man. Alcohol in the car. Car reported stolen. They stole the car from somewhere else and hopped in another car, which I'm assuming probably stolen too. Sped off or whatever the case is. Stuff like that, man. We can't always get a rein on our kids sometimes, right? Sometimes either you as an individual don't have the tools, and sometimes it just turn out to be a bad seed. You know what I'm saying? And between working and between trying to take care of your household, you can't always get to instill certain knowledge in everyone, right? There's going to be a balance, and that's not to say that don't feel bad as a parent when one of your kids lose their way, and you feel like it's your fault. Sometimes it might have been your fault. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but that's not every time. Some kids, some people are just growing to be who they are. Some people, we know them as that. Some people are just bad people, man. Some people just bad people. And some people want to do what they want to do, and they don't look at doing bad things like they're bad things. You get what I'm saying? And that's just what they want to do. And it wouldn't matter what you said or what you tried to put at them. Some people just want to learn the hard way for whatever reason. That's on them. You know what I'm saying? Only thing we can do is try to put as much of our goodness as being a person, a dad, mother, but in this case a dad, into your son so he can hopefully be a good man. I want to put a good man out there. So I'll raise mine and talk to him the way I talk to him at times, because I want to put a good man out there. We don't need another bad one out there. There's too much going on. So that's why I say shout out to all the good fathers that's out there and that's really present and hands-on and trying to steer their kids to the right path. And hopefully, I'm hoping, and whoever you believe in, hoping that your kids get there, right? Daughters and sons. Dads are very, very important for both. Dads are very, very important in the steering of sons and daughters, okay? You at the forefront for your daughter to see what a man should be doing, should be contributing, and what his goals to a degree should look like. As a man, you should be the first man that your son look up to and look to know what a man is. So he know what he's going to be when he get older, or what he got something to aim to be when he get older. A lot of women out there don't know what a good or a bad man is. And a lot of women are just bad. Generally, they just want to do what they want to do. But those that's raised with a good man, hopefully great, right? Can at least get the experience on when they hit the dating scene. Hey man, you ain't doing this. You ain't doing that. You ain't said nothing like this. You don't have a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan. Okay, I'll give you a little bit of time because you handsome. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to give here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to back some, chat, because of the light. Hold on. Or should I go this way? Or should I just go back? I should go back. But yeah, they got to get the information. Son need to have a clear goal on, this is where I want to become. Because dad was a good dad and he was funny, but he was strict and he taught me a lot and he told me a lot. And when I was sad, he talked me through some things. He told me some things. And although I didn't listen to everything that he told me, when I bumped my head, he was there and corrected me and said, see, this is what I told you. This is why you gotta do better. And I learned from that. A lot of sons need that, especially in today's world where temptation is so easy. Once you hit the first step of your house, leaving the door, temptation is so ridiculous that they need that deterrent in their head to think, nah, somebody trying to get you to do something, peer pressure. My dad wouldn't. Man, you gonna listen to what your dad say? Yeah, I'm listening to what my dad say, because I don't want no problems, man. You know what I'm saying? Dad do for me, he look out for me, and I know he don't want nothing bad for me, and he done told me about these type of scenarios. Now, once you become 18, at least with me, once you get 18, let alone 21, I listen, I had this talk with them, not even, it's been this year. I don't know how long ago, but it's been this year. So my neighbors have one of my neighbors have a rooster and some chickens in their yard. The rooster is going off. Is that a chicken? Because a rooster shouldn't hit it to sunrise, right? Sunrise. I don't know. That's definitely a rooster. I'm from Mississippi originally. That's definitely a rooster going off. He might not know what time it is. But I had this talk with mine not too long ago, right? And I said, when you get out here, right, it's rules here. Rules and regulations here. But when you get out there, you can choose to do whatever you want to do. But when you start choosing to do whatever you want to do, you make sure you ready to pay whatever consequences come for you doing whatever you choose to do. Right? Typically, if I gave you the best of me, there should be, in a negative way, no consequences for doing good, you just do good. You should be getting rewards. If you don't get rewards, that's fine. You still doing what you're supposed to be doing. You don't do good to get rewards. You just do good, right? But when you start doing stuff you ain't got no business, be ready to man up and take whatever consequences come with that. I told him, we had a conversation. I said this multiple times. Whatever it is, whether you want to go do drugs for whatever reason, that's your choice. You want to drink when you're underage for whatever reason, that's your choice. Take what comes with that. Don't get to crying to me. Bail money this. Put in a word for me that. Stand up. Right? Like baby boy, chin up. You know what you did. Chin up. Take what comes with that. If you're not ready, men and women, even laying down having relations at a very early age, there's consequences that can stem from that. You better be ready. Okay? Be ready. If you get a baby at a young age, be ready. That's your baby. That's not my baby. It's not my baby. I did my time. I raised my son like I was doing a bid. When you get 18, I'm free. You're 18, I'm free. I might be on probation for the next 4 years till you're 21. But technically, you know what I'm saying? My bid done at 18. I gave y'all 18, man. And I'm gonna give y'all 18 and 4 on paper. I'm gonna give y'all 18 years. They'll give you from 8. Well, really, I only got to do 3 on paper to 21, right? But let's just say, because your kids' birthdays and stuff matter at time of the year, so they could graduate at 17 or 18. So you know what I'm saying? I'm going off really 17, and if you go to college, you can do 4 years and get a degree at 21, or you go to the military, do a 4-year active contract, right? And here the option was you going to college or you going to the military. That's what it was in this current household. You going to the military or you going to college. You gonna figure out what you gonna do at one of those 2 locations. But we not graduating high school and getting a 9 to 5 and then just trying to figure it out, working at whatever the case is and making minimum. That's not gonna get you nowhere in this day and age at all. Okay, so you got to go to college, and you might have to switch your major, switch this, that, and the other. You might go around in college and figure out that's not what I want to do, and then cool. You might even figure out while you in college that you don't even need a college degree to do what you want to do. But at least you figured that out. You have to go to school to figure that out. Now, when you come out of school, you should be doing right to what you. Okay, this is what I found. This is what I figured out. This is what I found out. Okay, I looked it up, researched, so and so. This is the information I got. Come to me with that, whether out of college or the military. But anything else to me wasn't acceptable. Now your household could be different, and that's not to say that yours is good or bad or mine's is good or bad. It's just different, right? But again, remember, my goal was to put a good man out there, to put good men out there. Not to put one that can't run his household, not to put one that's not a financial provider, not to put one that can't protect his household, not to put one out there that's causing more hurt than happiness. Not one that's out here finna give the world another 3-4 kids that he can't afford to take care of, and then they got to go to the system or whatever the case is that end up happening. In my future thought of whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But my goal not to put one out there that's going to do that. Okay? So, again, happy Father's Day. I appreciate the fathers that's decent to good on their road to greatness. I appreciate the one that's already at the greatness level. Okay? I appreciate the single moms that's in the place of dads, right? So single moms that's looked at like dads because they playing both roles. Shout out to y'all. Happy Father's Day. Shout out to the happy fathers. And it is what it is, man. I hope y'all get some out of this, man. I hope y'all appreciate it. We're gonna get up out of here. Ooh. I'm gonna get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And I hope y'all enjoy the content going forward, man. I got a lot coming your way. And again, I'm gonna try to do this daily. Try to do this daily, maybe a minimum of 30 minutes. Hopefully like an hour. So I give y'all like an hour maybe. You know what I'm saying? But at least 30 minutes. Sometimes I might have my people on here, Kia from the ATL. That's what she live at currently. Matter of fact, shout out Kia for Happy Father's Day. Shout out to my guys Coffee. Shout out to my boy Leo. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Q. That's it in my immediate circles, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, man. Happy Father's Day. Make sure y'all get that celebration going on. Make sure y'all give us something to eat. And we don't even need a lot for celebrations. You know what I'm saying? A card, kiss on the cheek, baby. I appreciate you, so and so, so and so. Give us something to eat. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you put out that night. You know what I'm saying? Some it's just light. You know what I'm saying? Something light. Something light. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. With that, man, I'm out, man. Appreciate y'all. Happy Father's Day. And it's the start of a new journey. Okay? I'm out. Peace.